Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty. 2 weeks left, 2 games left here in the regular season to try to remain unbeaten, head to the Big Ten Championship for the first time. But before we get into this game against Nebraska, let's get into some recruiting here. It's come to the end of the season, and we added some new guys to the list. Thomas Gage, 2-star quarterback. We just need depth right now, so a lot of these players were depth. I was just looking around for possibility. Maybe just continue to add to this, but I don't like what I saw there, so I just instantly take him off the list. But look at this, DeAndre Lemon. He's a 5-star athlete, 6'6", 217, probably a receiver, 89 speed, 93 acceleration, 81 catching, 90 spec catch, 84 release. We'll offer him a scholarship. Take that all day. Now you can see the list of teams we're going to have to go against is absolutely insane with Texas with the only offer there. Now Juan Foss is a free safety 3-star, 87 speed, not bad, 77 man coverage. I mean, the 61 tackle is pretty low, but you know, you can take him, you can build him 6 foot 187, got solid size in there, safety. Let's offer him a scholarship. James Gibbs, wide receiver, 6'3". The speed, not what I want to see, but 83 catching, 81 release, not bad, 80 catching traffic. So the release is solid enough. With the size, he could be a guy, that can go over the middle and make some nice grabs for you. Let's go down to Jimmy Graves. He's a right guard. And honestly, we only have 5 hours left, so we can't really do much. But let's offer Jimmy Graves a scholarship. We'll probably offer Ford a scholarship the next week for sure, because to me, getting offensive line depth is absolutely key. But we're going to get into this game against Nebraska. Said 2 weeks left here in this season. Can we finish it off? Because that game against Indiana is going to be absolutely massive. But we got to get this through this game first against Nebraska. So we're going to do the same here for this game. The Indiana game we're going to play fully. But honestly, we're going to have to get through this first. So we're going to sim out the first half as we have an opening drive that goes down the field. Dalton Harris for 24 yards. Let's finish it off. And Dalton Harris has himself a touchdown. 7-0 lead. The last times we've simmed these through here in this first half, we've always find ourselves down. So at least it's good to get an early lead here. Can we stop Nebraska, though? There's a good sack. All right, 2nd and 14. They pick up 16 to Parker, and then 3-yard rush. They're down to the 3, and he puts it in for the touchdown, and Nebraska's going to tie this ball game up here at 7 apiece. Also, once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there today. Hopefully, I'm doing this before the big Ohio State-Michigan game. Man, that game is going to be, we'll see. It could be crazy. That's not good. That's a pick. That is not good. So right now, I don't know who obviously won that game. 27-yard touchdown to Ben Speed, and Nebraska has a 14-7 lead. We just find ourselves down just like that. That's not good. So that game is going to be, I'm thinking it's going to be crazy today. Even the Oregon-Washington game could be interesting. We'll see. Texas shaking things up, beating Texas A&M. So it's a huge thing. But Nebraska, another touchdown. We're down 21-7. So much for this huge game against Indiana. We might suffer our first loss here today because we're going to dig ourselves too much of a hole. Another pick. Man, this is not good. We got to hold into a field goal here. 17-yard reception, 7-yard rush down to the goal line, and a touchdown. And Nebraska is up 28-7. We may have to jump into this game right now. So we got 140 left. Ben Washington is in the game. Alex Klutz, a couple picks, not playing well. We're going to take him out. Try some stuff with Ben Washington, and he's going to be out of bounds there. So we have all of our timeouts, 128 left here in this first half. Trying to at least maybe get a field goal out of it. Throws it down the field, but Isaiah Null can't hang on. Falls incomplete. 3rd and 10. Just a 3-man rush. So Washington's going to take it himself, but he's hit. The ball pops loose. Nebraska's going to recover. This is a terrible game right now. And with that, we're just going to go to halftime. Down 28-7. Turning the ball over. Looking awful. Crowd is stunned. Can we turn it around? Can we have a great comeback here? We'll start off the second half, and Alex Klutz is back at starting quarterback. All right, here we go. I didn't see enough from Ben Washington there. So might as well stick with the freshman as Klutz flings it down the field. It's caught. Dalton Harris has got it. and that's a first down. We're going to need plays like that for sure to get, back in this game. We're down 21 right now, 21. You can't really make any mistakes. We'll dump this off to Dalton Harris on the screen pass, getting some blocks. Harris down the field, and he'll get up to around the 22-yard line. Yeah, with this, already you need 3 scores, so you're thinking 3 possessions, but how many more possessions are you getting in this game? You can't have mistakes. We're going to probably have to create turnovers, and we got to convert when we got the chances, but I say in all, it's overthrown. And 2nd and 10. Klutz looking underneath, caught. There you go, Meade with the grab. That's a first down. Looking a little bit better here on this drive. Can we pay this off with a touchdown? Obviously, field goals, I think, do us no good. As Klutz gets through, he's going to run in for the touchdown. All right. Nice drive coming out of the second half there. Putting it in for 6. And get this back to a 2-score ball game. But like I said, no mistakes. Our defense might have to create a turnover or 2. Or maybe get some quick 3 and outs. So let's see what our defense can do. We got a chance here. 3rd down and 10 for this Nebraska offense. Looking, running out of time. Matthew Sweet for the sack, but really good coverage down the field, allowing that to happen. And that's exactly what we needed. A 3 and out, get a quick punt, get this offense back on the field. Get Dalton Harris going, who has been unreal the last few games. Harris, nice running room, first down. They just need to utilize him more in the sim. That's one thing I'm seeing. It's only carry number 10. As we get up the field again, another first down carry. So Dalton Harris looking a little bit better at 224 last week. So far 12 for 72. Still having a good game. Just got to give him the carries. 1st and 10, Klutz. Once again, I thought it was a 3-man rush at first, but Klutz is going to take off. Slide down. Don't want to take any hits there. He gets the first. That's a nice blitz pickup by Dalton Harris, allowing Klutz to get free. Reaches the ball out. I believe he's got the first down. He does. So now 2nd and goal here from the 1. Hand this off, and Gabriel Joyner's going to get absolutely stuffed. So 3rd and goal. Klutz to throw. Here comes a blitz. We have a man underneath. It's caught. Touchdown. Tremar Harris puts it in. All right. Nice 2 drives down the field, picking up first downs. Getting back in this ball game. We're only down 7, only down a touchdown now. We're right back in it, putting the pressure back on Nebraska. So just like that, we're back in it. Down 7, but Nebraska's got other, ideas. They want to get back into this ball game, build this lead back up. Nice run there from Parker. And just like that, up to the 49. Oh, we got some pressure there. There we go. Bring him down. But same thing. Charlie Collins, fantastic sack there, but the coverage down the field is just great. Really good coverage. So it brings up a 3rd and 20. They set up a screen, but we are all over it. He does break a couple tackles, but Sweet cleans it up, and that will be a Nebraska punt. So we come into the 4th quarter, 28-21. We've scored on 2 consecutive drives. Can we make it 3 and tie this ball game up? Over the middle, caught by Meade. Spins off the tackle. Gets up to the 39-yard line and a big first down. He's really been the guy to go to. Kind of that safety blanket for Alex Klutz. Oh, here comes a big-time blitz. And we're going to find Isaiah Null! Null with the speed! And he's got a first down up to the 28. Great job seeing that blitz. Having the right play call on, making the throw. Klutz looking so much better here in this second half. There you go. Just take off. There's nobody there. Klutz is going to slide down. Man, he has just really stepped up the game here in the second half. Down to the 3. He's going to run it himself. Klutz is going to be stopped just short. I thought he had the first down there. So he's short. So 3rd and 1. Hand off to Dalton Harris, but he is absolutely stuffed. That is a loss. So it brings up 4th and 3. We're going for this here. We got to go for it. 4th and 3. Klutz to throw. Now he steps up in the pocket. He had a man open, but just couldn't get the ball out. He's sacked. And it's a turnover on downs. Oh, that should have been a touchdown. Man, that's big there. Now we got to stop this Nebraska team and almost get a pick to start. Alex Gilliam, the true freshman, was there. 3rd down and 1. And the ball off, and Nebraska's going to get the first and more. Going to get all the way up to the 45-yard line. Jamarian Parker, and Nebraska on the move. Less than 5 minutes left. I mean, we can't allow a field goal. That is not going to happen. If they go down here, yeah, you can't allow anything. We forced the punt. I was about to say, we can't allow anything there. Nice job stopping them in third down. But puts us behind the 8 ball again because we're going to have to drive down the field here to tie this ball game up with 3 minutes left in this ball game. We're down in inches. Man, this is a weird setup. They're completely playing for the run. It's an all-out blitz. We have a wide-open Isaiah Null who comes down with the grab, and he's going to get the tying touchdown. Nebraska. I don't know what they were doing defensively. It was an all-out blitz, but you leave receivers completely wide open. We just had to make sure to get the ball out of our hands, which we did. And look, we have 2 receivers just wide open. What just happened? It completely saves us. So now we have come back. We've tied this ball game up at 28 apiece. And Nebraska now has a chance here with 2 minutes left. But we're going to get some pressure. That's going to be a sack. Jaden Studio comes through. So it takes us to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 14. Now this stadium's rocking. Looking to throw. Has some time. Steps up. Makes the catch, but it's going to be short. Studio on the tackle. And now with 1 minute left here in regulation, we got a chance to end it and make the comeback complete. Remain unbeaten. Klutz rolling out. Looking. But man, what speed from the edge. Brings down Alex Klutz. So we had to let this clock run a little bit. I don't want to give Nebraska another chance if we don't convert here. And we run out of time, just throw it away. And with 19 seconds left, yeah, you just got to punt the ball. And we are going to overtime. So we make the heck of a comeback. 21 points in the second half. Shutting down Nebraska. Tie this ball game up at 28 apiece. But you just never know what can happen here in overtime. Because once you get to that second one, if you get to it, and it's 2-point conversions from there, man, it can be absolutely rough. 2 yards there from Dalton Harris. We start with the ball here in OT. Hand off to Dalton Harris again. Up the middle. Harris has got a first down. Get back to Dalton Harris, but this time nowhere to go. 2 Nebraska defenders. They've really been really good in stopping a run here so far. 20 for 82. Just haven't been able to really get going. 3rd down and 11. Nebraska brings the heat. We go, man. We had him. We had Isaiah Null open for the touchdown, but we miss him. So we got to bring out Bickley here for the field goal. Not what I wanted, but it is up and it's good. 31-28 your score. We're going to have to hold Nebraska here. Touchdown wins it for Nebraska and ruins our undefeated season. Hand the ball off up the middle on the draw. The ball is loose. Oh, Nebraska recovers. That would have been game. 3rd down and 5. Almost jumped off sides there. They run the ball. Interesting decision. Gilliam there with the stop. So Nebraska brings out the field goal unit. Never easy. We're going to call a timeout here. About a 39-yarder from the hash. A little bit chilly outside. Crowd going. This to tie it or for the loss. The kick is up and it is off the upright. It goes through. Oh, jeez. And we go to overtime number 2. Wow. All right. Nebraska starts out with, what are we doing back there? Mike Wayne, why are you just kind of just doing nothing? And Scale's a little bit shaken up. And brings up a 3rd down and 1. Looking to throw. Looking. Runs out of time. He is hit. He might have had a guy open there. Bruce shoulder. Scales can return. But Nebraska, instead of going for it on 4th and 1, they're going to kick the field goal here. So a 33-yard field goal from the same hash where he just hit the upright. Kick is up and off the upright again, and it's no good. He misses the kick. We have a chance. We just need a field goal now. Hang on to the ball. Ball security key. Up the middle, and here we go. A 36-yard field goal. They're going to call a timeout to ice us. Can we make the comeback complete? Win this in double overtime. Continue to be unbeaten. Kick is up, and it is good! We're going to complete the 28-7, 21, down 21 comeback to win 34-31. Remain unbeaten. Wow, what a game. What a game this was. Like I said, I mean, you just cannot make mistakes in that second half. We did, but we somehow got away with it. But Alex Klutz, what a second half. Ends up with 322, 2 touchdowns. The true freshman quarterback just played unbelievably there in this second half, getting a rushing touchdown as well, adding the 44 yards. Man, what a game. Corey Smith over 100. The receivers. We have 4 guys over 70 yards. That just rarely happens. And then Harris with the 1 catch, but big for the touchdown. But yeah, unbelievable to the defense as well, getting big stops when we needed it. And obviously, you just get a little bit of luck with the kicker missing that kick. The first time it hits off the upright and then it goes through. Got to get the luck the second time, right? And Zach Tobin, the 3-star free safety, is going to commit. And that's awesome to see. Just continue to build the depth, and especially when you get him over Indiana, we'll absolutely take that. Del Boyette, we're right behind USC, the 4-star. And the 4-star Tyler Pepper, wide receiver. We're behind Iowa and Duke. All right, that's going to set up the absolutely massive game here against Indiana. You can see what they've done. Jahleel Hagman, 16 touchdowns. Stuckey's been very good. This team has been on an absolute run. This Indiana team really, not out of the preseason rankings, not really thought of as a possible team to get to a Big Ten championship. But man, they have played so well the entire season. They only have 1 loss. And man, this is going to be an absolute, and I think it was out of conference too. It was an out of conference loss. So they have not lost in the Big Ten yet. So this game right now is not only huge for that in the sense it's a huge rivalry game, obviously Indiana-Purdue, but look at the conference standings right now. Both of us are 8-0. So there's a good chance that whoever wins this game obviously goes to the Big Ten championship game. It's definitely going. But the Ohio State-Michigan game could decide who goes from there. So it's very weird. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not sure what it's going to be tiebreaker-wise. But the key is the winner of this game is going to the Big Ten championship game. We've never been there. We want to get there. This is a huge rivalry. We struggled with Indiana. The first time we beat them was last season. The first 2 years before this, we couldn't do anything again, and a couple of them were complete blowouts. So we had some struggles. Even last year, 28-14 victory, just pulled it out at the end. So here we go. Indiana, Purdue. Who's going to the Big Ten championship? As Jay Stuckey's going to start from the gun. Looking. Here comes the heat, and Scales come through with a big sack. Got to get that defense rocking. But can Alex Klutz get that confidence from that Nebraska second half? Here we go. Finds it Isaiah Null. Null with the catch, and he's got a first down up to around the 32-yard line. Obviously, like I said, this is a big game, so definitely going to play it fully. And same thing here on out. If you go to the Big Ten championship, obviously, you're going to play that. And then, obviously, I think regardless, we're probably going to the playoffs down the field. But I think there's going to be a flag that's going to bring it back. And, yeah, it is. And, obviously, we'll play the college football playoff games. If we get in the college football playoff, we play, well, it depends. If we're unbeaten, we're going to have a bye. So we'll see what happens. 3rd and 14 because of the penalty, but we might be able to pick it up. Harris has the grab. He's close. Let's see how we go for this here. Keep the offense on the field. Trust in the run game and Dalton Harris. Handing the ball. Dalton Harris cuts it up. He's got the first down. And nice conversion there on 4th. Staying aggressive. 3rd and 9. Klutz looking. Over the middle. There you go. Find your guy, Meade. He is down to the 2-yard line. We punch this in. Got some troubles here as Harris threw. And, man, they're going to say he's short. We did challenge it. It was upheld. But 3rd and goal, just give it to Klutz, and he's got it himself for the touchdown. Alex Klutz is going to get us on the board first here, 7-0. Well, last game that didn't really work out for us as we went down, allowed to, 4 straight touchdowns to give it 28-7. But all right, nice start, 7-0 lead. And thank you, everybody, for the still support of this series. I know it's been obviously these series go long. Obviously, when you play 4 or 5 seasons going on, it's going to happen. And but just everybody that's still watching this, thank you so much. We'll have Bears franchise coming up. We'll continue with the Win Now Ravens franchise, which, that team, man. Don't even get me started on that. But yeah, we'll continue with that. But say once again, thank you everybody that continues to watch this, continues to like, continues to comment. You know, thank you everybody that's following out there. I really do appreciate it. It's fantastic. Still love doing these things and putting these videos out. And yeah, I know sometimes it's tough when the views go down. You get a little down on yourself, but then you're like, hey, there's still, you know, even if there's 10 people out there watching this, there's still those 10 people that you want to put this out for. So I'm just thankful for everybody that, you know, watches these videos. Thank you so much. All right, let's get back to the game here. Huge game as Klutz tries to keep it. And honestly, I think I did not hit that button to keep it. Should have been handed off. All right. Let's roll out. Klutz looking down the field. That's a tough one to hang on to. Null had it in his hands, but man, that's tough. At least the throw was kind of on the money. I'll absolutely take that. Sometimes I've seen those throws be really bad and end up being interceptions, but nice throw there from Klutz. But either way, it's going to be a punt. Here comes this Indiana offense. Back at it. That's not good. There's nobody in front of him. Oh, man. Gideon Thrash is going to be gone for the touchdown, and Indiana is going to tie this ball game up, and now the stadium's going to be rocking. Just an easy, quick slant. We can't tackle. No safeties back there because they're moved up a little bit, and Thrash is gone. 7 apiece. We knew this was going to be a tough one. You know it's going to be tough. Even though we technically have this is why ratings, I think, in the sense of in college football here this year, are really weird. This Indiana team is, I think, a 78 overall team. 78 overall. Oh, that's a great throw, great catch, and a first down to Isaiah All. So they're a 78, but they are now 10-1. They've won, I believe, 8 or 9 straight as a nice run there from Dalton Harris. Watch out, ref. So, it's just very strange. I think they go off the depth a lot of times. You could have a top-end team, but your depth isn't that great, and it's going to really drag your ratings down. It's very strange. Same with our ratings. You know, sometimes our depth's not great. I think we're in like an 82 overall team right now, but we don't play like an 82 overall team, and this Indiana team's not playing like we're 4 better than them. This is a tough game right now as Klutz is going to get to the edge, and he's in for the touchdown. I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to get to the edge there. And not only that, get up the field, stay in bounds, running for the TD. Second rushing touchdown here of the game so far for Alex Klutz. And we answer back, and it's a 14-7 lead. Because usually we played some teams that's coming through as Dorian Breeze for another sack. Played some teams there like a 77, 76 overall, kind of like this Indiana team. We've blown them out. But right now, this is a tough, tough game. Looking down the field, has a receiver. It is caught because of the sack. Not going to matter. It's going to be an Indiana punt. 2 minutes left here in this first half. 3rd and 14. Klutz looking, and he's going to run out of time, and he's going to be sacked. And Indiana will call a timeout. They will have a chance here before halftime to get some points. We're going to go a little crazy here on 3rd and 2. We're sending a blitz. It's picked up, though. That's not good. Over the middle. There is Thrash again. And, yeah, if you bring that blitz and it doesn't get home, you're going to be in some trouble. Underneath, there's Thrash again, the man of the first half here. Another Indiana first down. Have 1 timeout left. Yeah, obviously hang on to that. 40 seconds left here. It is. Clock is running. It's taking a lot of time here. Stuckey just forces it out. But that is not going to work because that is going to be a nice tackle there. Keeps him in bounds as well. Jaheel Hegman going nowhere. Man, they're letting this clock run all the way down. 7 seconds left. What are they doing? They didn't call a timeout. This is the last play of the half, and it works out perfectly. Are you kidding me? George Yazzie for the touchdown with 1 second left, and Indiana ties it going to half. How did we allow that? I can't believe that. That's insane. They didn't call a timeout. I thought that for sure they were calling a timeout. I think our defense was confused. And Indiana ties it up. All right, here we go. Are we about to have a crazy second half? 14 apiece. Nice screen pass there to get the first down from Dalton Harris. Now go to the run game. Harris with running room. A man to beat. Can't beat him, but still, we'll pick up the 14, 15-yard run for the first. Go back to Harris. Off the draw. Another good run of a first down as Sill's a bit shaken up for Indiana. Good drive here to start off this second half. Underneath, Harris for the grab, close to another first down. So that brings up a 3rd down and 1. You know, these short yardage situations not great, but once again, like Nebraska's defense, they're just going out for the run. Finally, somebody gets out there in the receiver, but is anybody covering Meade? There is not. Has the grab, gets away, he's in for the touchdown. That's 2 games in a row where a defense on 3rd and inches is just seriously just going straight out for a run, or going, you know, maybe run blitz or straight blitz, but you still have to put somebody out there. We could just fling the ball out and it works out again. Meade for the touchdown will retake the lead here, 21-14. It's Hagman with another good run here for Indiana. And a 3rd and 5. We bring the heat this time, but Stuckey finds Thrash, who drops the ball. It was in his hands, and it falls incomplete. They have to punt. Klutz looking down the field. Has a man open. I mean, there's a couple guys wide open, but finds Johnson for the grab. Breaks a tackle! The tight ends really have, I mean, we used them in the portal. We brought in these 2 guys and really have been fantastic this entire season. 2nd and 10. Just going to step on the pocket. Klutz, slide down. Yeah, don't take any unnecessary hits. Don't want the ball to pop out. And he has the first down. Klutz back to throw again, setting up the screen to Dalton Harris. Harris makes 2 defenders miss, and he gets down to the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, chance to put this up to a 2-score lead. Here's the blitz again. But wide open is Meade on the outside. They forgot to cover him again. Wow, the defender just gets caught up in it. Meade in for his 2nd TD of the game. And it's 28-14. Looking good so far. Can our defense hold up right now? Yeah, Antonio Meade has just been the go-to guy. He really has. All right, 4th quarter. Here we go. Up 2 scores. Over the middle, that's Thrash again, who is just having himself a game here today. He has been fantastic. Almost uncoverable. I mean, the other one, he just dropped it for the first. He's getting out of the pocket. Fires. Nice job there by Scales on the coverage. All right, 3rd down and 6. Did you go for this if you don't get this, Indiana? We'll see. Well, they might not have to worry about it. Oh, man, that's a massive drop. Ontario Smith with the drop, incomplete, so now they got to go for it. 4th and 6, and this time he comes up with it. So he drops a big pass, but then Smith comes back with a 4th down conversion. Indiana still alive. 9 minutes left in this game. They go underneath. That's caught. So down to the 9-yard line. We got a 2nd and goal. For setting up a screen. Not going to work this time. I don't think so. Is that Jaden Studio there for the stop? Nice job. 3rd and goal now from the 14. You know they're going for it, obviously. Field goal does absolutely nothing here. Looking. Back of the end zone, a mistake, and it's caught for the touchdown. Ontario Smith for the TD. The coverage, it was an absolute mistake. We were supposed to drop back into coverage. What happened there? So he's supposed to drop back, and instead he stays in the flat. So we're kind of on our own island out there, and it's a nice move there to the edge and keeping the 2 feet in bounds, well, 1 foot in bounds. But he was supposed to drop back in that area. That's why that zone was completely left wide open. An absolute mistake on a 3rd and goal from the 14, and now a sack. So a 3rd and 15 for us. Indiana could get a quick 3 and out, and that's exactly what they're going to get. That's going to be a sack. It was a holding call regardless. Penalty declined, and now Indiana with 5:35 left has a chance to tie this ball game up. A nice tackle there from, I think that was Dorian Breeze, because if not, I mean, there's nobody there. Hegman might be gone. 3rd and 8. We bring a blitz. It's caught underneath, but a nice tackle, short. It's going to bring up a 4th and 7, and Indiana punts the ball away. 4:22 left. That is a great start to this drive. Dalton Harris with a nice run. Almost at 100 here today, 17 for 95. And now with that run, he's over 100 and more. Dalton Harris getting all the way down to the 22. Give him 121 on the ground. Just keep that clock moving. Obviously, a field goal does help here. We got to hold on to this ball. Klutz is going to take it himself. Klutz cuts back, gets a block, and Alex Klutz is in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. I can't believe we squeezed through all those defenders. Wow, what a run. First thinking about sliding down after the first down, but then you see a little bit of a lane. You're like, nah, let's go for it. What is this block right here? That is a great block. Kind of a block in the back, to be honest with you. But we'll take it. Touchdown. Now with 1:36 left. Got to keep everything in front of us. And that's going to help out a lot as well. That's going to be a sack. Clock is going to continue to run. But yeah, we got to keep everything in front of us. No big plays down the field. Let that clock just continue to roll. As they're going for the big play. Going up top. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be incomplete. They're not going to really call interference on this, are they? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. We're just running with them. Wow. Well, at least it's not NFL rules. It's just a 15-yard penalty, which for me, that NFL rule of spot foul for interference absolutely has to go. And don't get me on that Zay Flowers, OPI. Got to be kidding me when Jamar Chase is just doing the same thing out there and it's not called. Just ridiculous. Oh, man, back shoulder throw to Thrash, and he's got the touchdown. So Indiana has life. Now, they only have one timeout, so they're going to have to onside kick it here, and this will be your game if they don't get this, because we'll be able to kneel it out. Onside kick is going to be recovered. That will do it. It came down to the wire, but we get the deal done, winning 2 years in a row, and maybe the biggest one, because now with this, we are headed to the Big Ten Championship for the first time, and a chance to bring a Big Ten Championship to this Purdue school. I mean, that's just not really a thing. So yeah, I mean, the last time this Purdue team won a Big Ten title was in the year 2000, but they shared it with Michigan and Northwestern. And if you go back to their other Big Ten championships, they only have one outright Big Ten championship, and that goes back to 1929. All the other Big Ten championships they have, I think it's like 8 total, have been shared. So 7 have been shared, kind of like split titles in the Big Ten, but one outright was 1929. So we got a chance to do something that hasn't been done since 1929 and win an outright Big Ten championship. That is crazy. Dominique Williams, the 5-star corner. All right, we're close. Arizona State's got the lead. Marquez Farrell, I think we're done there. I mean, Louisville's got a massive lead. We got a big lead over here. Lorenzo Kumar, though, the 3-star D-tackle gem. Haram, we got a lead. And then same with Simonette, where we got a big lead. We got a decent lead. Not big lead. Decent lead there. All right. We're facing Indiana again in the Big Ten Championship. Wow. Man, how is that possible? I guess as I said, I didn't know what the tiebreaker was going to be. So Ohio State beat Michigan. They are 8-1. I mean, same record as Indiana. It's got to be, I honestly don't remember what the tiebreakers are. it's got to be like a maybe. What did they? Wait a minute, they played each other, didn't they? So if Indiana, I think Indiana beat Ohio State. Maybe that was it. So wow, there you go. We're gonna play Indiana again for the Big Ten championship. So we might have won the rivalry game, but we got it right back again with bigger stakes on the line. Because I mean, if Indiana beats us, there's a chance they go into the playoff. Now, I think we're in the playoff regardless right now. Even if we lose this championship game, I think we're in. So I think we should be in. The thing is, if we lose, we drop out of that the 4-team bye, and we're playing in the first round. But still, I want to bring home a Big Ten championship. Like I said, they haven't won an outright one since 1929. So I want to do something that hasn't been done in almost 100 years. And at this point, what would it, season number 4, it would have been, it's going to be right at 100 years. So, man, yeah. But I can't believe that. And now thinking about it, I think they beat Ohio State. So they have the tiebreaker over them. And there you go. We face Indiana again in the Big Ten championship. I did not expect that. I wasn't even thinking about that because I guess maybe they didn't play Michigan. I think if Michigan would have beat Ohio State, it would have played a little bit more into it tiebreaker-wise. Oh, Dominique Williams, the 5-star corner, commits. That is absolutely huge. Wow, that'll really up your recruiting class like that. And there's Lorenzo Kumar, the gem 3-star defensive tackle. He commits as well. But then we lose out on 3 guys. A couple of them we thought, so Farrell was done. Yeah, Louisville had a massive lead, so there was not much we could really do about that. But Boyette is gone to USC. Man, we just missed out. That was so close. Pepper, close, but Iowa was number 2. And yeah, Farrell Louisville was way up there. Nobody else had a chance there, and he goes to Louisville. So that is going to set up Indiana-Purdue Big Ten championship. Wow. Like I said, if Indiana needs to win. If they lose, they're out. But if they win, they're in the college football playoff. Either way, I think we're in, but still, we want to get that Big Ten title and continue this unbeaten season. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys once again so much. I really do appreciate it. Continue to hit that like button. Comment down below what you think the results of this game are going to be. And I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.